Hi everyone, it's Toby from CineSim. Welcome to another CineSim tutorial about cinematography. Today, we're going to explore how to use different focal lengths to achieve different perspective effects in your cinematography. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about short focal length, typically ranging from 10mm to 35mm. You can see that these three lenses cover short focal length. Wide lens always capture a larger field of view, making it perfect for establishing shot and expansive environment. Just like this, when we switch to 12 to 24mm, we have a 12. And then you can see that we can capture just a so wide screen. But on the other hand, it produces a series of distortion effects, just like here. We can see that once we use short focal length to capture the character is so much distorted. Still, it can be creatively used to emphasize the distorted psychological conditions of your character. Next, let's try the medium focal length, typically ranging from 35 to 70. So that's why 24 to 70mm is the most common lens that we use. And this focal length offers perspectives that's closely similar to our human visions. It provides a natural look to your scenes. They're also useful for everyday common shots, as they don't introduce much distortions or compressions. They're perfect for mid shots or two shots, where you want to have a balanced and realistic representations of your subjects and the surrounding. So moving on to long focal length, typically ranging from 70 to 200 or even more. So now we can switch to another lens, which offers such focal length. They magnify distant subjects and compress the space between objects. Just like here, and we focus on the character, you can see that the character is actually so close to the background, which is actually not the case. The compression effect is perfect for close-up, portraits, or shots where you want to isolate your subjects from the background. Telephoto lenses are great for capturing emotions. We can see that we can even zoom in to the character to focus on the character's facial expressions. And also, comparing with two other ranges, the depth of fields of long focal length are relatively shallower. Alright, so now let's introduce two common techniques with using short focal length and long focal length. So just think, when your character is in a very puzzled and confused mind, do you think that this kind of shots can do such shot? Not really, but what about we switch to another lens? And we really want to enjoy the distortions of our lens, just like this one. So with this shot, you can see that the head is very much distorted with a lot of backgrounds at the back. So this is not a technique to capture a beautiful look of your character, but instead, this makes your characters very confused in a distorted perspective. So now, let's move on to the wide shots. Of course, for wide shots, we can use 24mm to capture. So just like what you can see, it's a very typical wide shot. But can we have another options? Just try. Maybe we can use 70mm or even a longer one, maybe 100, and we walk very far away from the character. When you compare both of them, you can see that the size of the character is still very similar, but the background, the compressions between the character and the background changed a lot. So of course, you have the choice to see whether you are going to use wide angles to capture the wide shots or with a telephoto lens. They're both okay. And that's it for today's tutorial on focal lengths in CineSim. We hope this tutorial have inspired you and given you the skills to bring your creative visions to life. Thank you for joining us. Keep creating, keep experimenting, and most importantly, have fun. And see you next time.